Jackie Tyler was listening to Christmas songs and decorating the old tree and telling herself that things could be worse. She told herself that a lot these days. Things could definitely be worse. Debbie Pringle's daughter had got herself knocked up with triplets, and all four of them were currently camping out in her front room. "Must be nice having babies around the place again," she'd said to Debbie when they'd run into each other in the Costco, and Debbie, whose trolley was piled high with 6 boxes of nappies, 8 tins of powdered milk and a bottle of unbranded vodka, had grabbed her wide-eyed and said, "Take one! Take anyone! I don't care which, they all look the same!" Then shrieked when her phone rang and dashed off, trailing baby powder and a faint whiff of something else less pleasant in her wake. And she could invite Howard round. Yeah, that'd be nice. Get some fruit in. Did they need a whole turkey? Probably not. Maybe get one of those crowns. Wouldn't take up the whole oven, so that was nice. Of course, she had a present for Rose. Of course she did. She'd kept it with the birthday present she'd popped back in the cupboard, just in case she stopped by. And that top that she'd seen down the market, bright yellow. Rose would hate it, but it would light up her face. She looked good with a bit of colour. Should she invite Mickey? It wasn't right, him being all alone like that at Christmas. On the other hand, whenever she saw Mickey, they tried and tried to avoid the subject, and they'd manage for a bit, and then there'd be a pause in the conversation, and then somebody, okay, her, would have a brandy and coke too many, and then it would all come out. The endless agony of missing someone so badly it felt like a hook caught in your side, all the time, snagging on everything you saw every day. No, seeing Mickey wouldn't help. Especially not when he hit the brandy and coke too. Andy Williams started crooning, "It's the most wonderful time of the year." Jackie considered throwing the CD player out of the window. "The good thing about me," thought Mickey, "is that I'm good at compartmentalising." In his weaker moments, he thought it was just because he'd had so much practice. He'd managed with his gran, no bother, so he'd do it with Rose too. Off getting up to God knows what with some stupid man in a stupid black leather jacket, as if he could compete with a stupid magic flying box. Stupid... No. See? He reminded himself, grabbing a wrench with unnecessary force. Compartmentalising. That was what he was good at. Head down, get on with the job. It wasn't bad at Alfie's garage. Not at all. The lads were great, and they were going to have a drinks night out that would be a right laugh, because he was good at compartmentalising. So he's going to go out and have a night out, and a curry, and a "Merry Christmas, everybody," was screaming from the old radio in the garage. Work, Mickey knew, was the best way of getting over things. Everything. Just throw yourself into it. Never think about out there. If you could talk about the match on Saturday and fix a car... If a car has something broken, you fix it, thought Mickey. You don't go all over space. You don't mess about in time. You replace the parts, and then it works again, and it's cause and effect, and you don't need to even think about any of that other... Oh, God. What if she doesn't come home again? That's exactly the kind of thing I'm not going to be thinking about, he told himself firmly. He'd lost people before. The thought didn't cheer Mickey up any more than Slade blaring from the far too loud radio. Thanks to Slade, it was Jackie who heard it first. The only sound she'd been waiting to hear. All this time since she'd let her little girl go again and again and again. She pretended it was fine. She pretended she was all right with her precious Rose, all she had in the world, vanishing with that dreadful man. But there was still only one noise Jackie Tyler wanted to hear, and it was the signal that Rose was coming home, and she could hear it now. A grinding of phantom gears. Rose! Back in the garage, the Christmas music was still blaring. Mickey blinked. He was sure he could hear something. Definitely sure. Something that sounded a little like a strange, loud, wheezing noise. "Hey, turn that down! Turn it off, Steve-O! Turn that off! John, shut up!" Sure enough, there it was, clear as a bell. Rose, she was back! Mickey dropped his tools. Mickey and Jackie almost collided down on the courtyard of the estate. A freezing wind blew through the concrete passageways, rattling the bin lids, sending crisp packets dancing around the flagstones. Mickey! Mickey was tearing towards her. Jackie, it's the TARDIS! I know, I heard it. She's alive, Mickey. I said so, didn't I? She's alive. Just shut up a minute, said Mickey, desperate to hear where the sound was coming from. He turned round and flinched as suddenly the TARDIS simply appeared from nowhere, bouncing through mid-air. It crashed into one of the estate blocks, rebounded narrowly missing a Royal Mail van, and finally came to rest against a pile of dustbins. Jackie and Mickey watched, terrified. The door opened slowly, and out came a figure. Dressed in a leather jacket, about 4 sizes too large for him. They'd never seen him before. Here we are then! London, Earth, the solar system. We did it! Jackie! Mickey, blimey! No. Hold on. Wait there. I've got something to say. There was something I had to tell you. Something important. What was it? No. Hold on. Shh. Oh, I know. Merry Christmas! Then the strange figure collapsed in a heap. Rose emerged. Jackie gasped, but her daughter's attention was immediately on the splayed figure in front of the TARDIS. What happened? Is he all right? Mickey moved over. I don't know. He just keeled over. But who is he? Where's the doctor? Rose quickly computed that she couldn't go through with trying to explain it. She didn't know how, and she didn't know if she believed it herself. Maybe if she pretended to be fine with it, they would be too. That's him, right in front of you, she said quickly. That's the doctor. Jackie's relief and delight at seeing her daughter turned to exasperation as it quickly became clear that once again Rose was totally fixated on yet another weird stranger. What do you mean that's the doctor? Doctor who?